My name's Kevin Steed. Subscribe to Heel Steven on YouTube.com, or I'll come to your house and ruin your life.
Hey guys, what is up? It is I, your boy Heel, back at it again with the new video. Thank you all for watching this video, tuning into the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit a rolling elbow to that like button and share this video throughout your entire social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, to name a few. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, Impact, and pay-per-views. And this video will be my WWE Smackdown Live recap review for September 12th, 2017. Smackdown Live literally ended over an hour ago, and after Smackdown Live, I watched the finale of the WWE Mae Young Classic on the WWE Network. I will do a review for that in particular tomorrow morning and have it up and ready by tomorrow afternoon. So make sure, again, you're sub to the channel, you are part of the notification squad, so you know when these videos will fucking drop. I have a lot to say about the finale of the Mae Young Classic, but that is indeed around the point, okay? This is obviously SmackDown Live. As you all know, tonight's SmackDown Live had 3 championship matches: the US Championship match, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship match, and the tag team title match defended in a Sin City street fight. But as always, guys, give me your thoughts down below, your thoughts on the show, if you enjoyed it or not. And of course, we also had the big encounter between Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon, where we all saw literally Kevin Owens take out Vince McMahon. The show kicked off with Kevin Owens in the ring, and he said that last week on SmackDown Live, he didn't strike back against Shane McMahon because he respects authority. And he said he's suing everyone in WWE, and he talked about the changes that he would do once the lawsuit were all settled. He talked about how, one, he would fire Sami Zayn, and how he would have Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips literally wear one suit, like literally 2 guys in one suit throughout the entire show from here on out, just to name a few examples. And then he called out Vince McMahon. Out came Dolph Ziggler in a Shane McMahon attire, like they literally played the whole Shane O'Mac theme song. Kevin Owens was all mad, like, no, it can't be. Out came Dolph Ziggler doing the whole Shane entrance. Again, it's part of Dolph's gimmick now. He is literally imitating every gimmick in WWE. And then out came Daniel Bryan. He literally told that Mr. McMahon will come out later on tonight, and there's a lot of things that Vince will say that Kevin Owens will not like. And then Owens said the same thing about, Vince McMahon. Hey, there's a lot of things that I will say that Vince will not like as well, and then just walks away. Again, just getting you guys that whole excitement, that whole, wondering what's gonna happen when Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon meet up in the ring for the very first time, if you will. We then had the first championship match of the show. We had AJ Styles defending the US Championship against Tye Dillinger, which I thought overall was a very, very good match, better than their match from 2 weeks ago. Obviously, Baron Corbin came out to ringside. He tried to jump on the apron during the match, but Styles hit him with a phenomenal forearm before he could interfere. Styles literally kicked out of a tiebreaker, which I thought was very cool. But at the end of it all, AJ Styles hit the calf crusher for the win. Here's what I liked about the match. Not just the fact that, hey, Tye Dillinger, lasted longer in this match, but the whole notion that, hey, these guys, these new era guys, right, can hang with these veterans. You think about literally last Monday night on Raw, Jason Jordan, who is supposed to be this young upcoming rookie, got in the ring with Roman Reigns and literally hung with Roman Reigns. So I like that whole notion that, hey, these young guys, they're able to hang with the top stars of the main roster. But nonetheless, again, it's a match that was better than 2 weeks ago. And after the match, Corbin laid out Styles and Dillinger and announced that next week it will be AJ Styles and Baron Corbin. I'll say this overall, I said it before, I'll say it again. I am open to them having a triple threat match at Hell in a Cell for the US title. You have Tye Dillinger, AJ Styles, and Baron Corbin. Even though you will have most likely Tye Dillinger be the guy to eat the pinfall or the submission, but nonetheless, you have something for Dillinger to do at the pay-per-view. Then we had Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers come out to the ring, and literally Jinder Mahal in this segment mocked Shinsuke Nakamura, using a lot of racial insults. He said this was a taste of how the WWE fans will treat Nakamura if he were to become WWE champion. He said it isn't worth it and recommended Nakamura to just walk away. And literally you had the Singh brothers imitating Nakamura's movements, what have you. And I think overall, listen, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to become, you know, edgy here, using racial slurs, what have you. But at the same time, it just comes off so fucking childish. You think about it, right? Jinder Mahal, say what you want about him. Apparently he surpassed 100 days as WWE champion. Really, to be honest here, I get the feeling that Hell in a Cell, he is going to retain against Shinsuke Nakamura. Something in me says they're gonna go with that route and have him have even a longer run. But that being said, of course, I said it before and I'll say it again, I do not want to see Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura inside the Hell in a Cell structure. Fuck no. That's something I do not want to see. Then we had the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, the Las Vegas Street Fight, the New Day and the Usos. A match which I thought was pretty good for what it was. Jey Uso went off the top rope, threw a table on the outside, allowing Big E and Kofi to hit the midnight hour on Jimmy Uso and get the pinfall to become the new tag team champions. I'll be honest, with that being said too, I was not big on the New Day becoming once again SmackDown Tag Team Champions, despite the fact that, hey, they had that long run, like literally last year. I felt there was still some juice left with the Usos still being Tag Team Champions. Now, with that being said, you could do a rematch at Hell in a Cell and have the Usos get the belts back, but at the same time, really, are we going to continue on this chain of Usos getting the belt, the New Day getting the belts? I don't know, but I just don't like that necessarily. But I get the vibe they're gonna go that route. We then had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. We had Natalya versus Naomi. I thought the match, for what it was an okay match. Carmella sat on commentary for this match too. During the match, Natalya got sent to the outside and Carmella taunted her, right? She had the briefcase literally up in the air. And keep this in mind too, Carmella was on commentary too, right? And she had James Ellsworth on a fucking leash. The low of James Ellsworth, I fucking tell you. Naomi came off the top rope to the outside, and Natalya dodged it, right? And Naomi landed on both Carmella and James Ellsworth. And Natalya sent Naomi into the ring post and rolled her back into the ring, locked in the sharpshooter, forcing Naomi to tap out. I'll be honest, a part of me thought because they're in Las Vegas, it would have Carmella actually cash in the briefcase. At the same time too, being that the Mae Young Classic finale was gonna take place in the same building, they showcase, you know, like a famous YouTuber whose name I already forgot. They showcase Ronda Rousey being there at ringside. Again, this whole importance, I guess, of women's wrestling tonight. You would have this match go on a little longer, a little better. Nonetheless, it is what it is. I feel like they had a better match at SummerSlam than they did tonight on SmackDown Live. We then had Dolph Ziggler come out once again, insulting the fans for only liking gimmicks and elaborated entrances. He mocked the entrances of Bayley and the Ultimate Warrior, and then he said anyone can do entrances, but no one can do what he does in the ring. The fans couldn't care less, but he couldn't care less about the fans. And I'll be honest, a part of me thought that Bobby Roode was gonna come out here. I get the feeling, yes, at Hell in a Cell, we're going to see Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, but I really hope they start building up to that, to be honest with you guys here. And then we had Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the Hype Bros, where Benjamin and Gable got the win here. Gable pinned Zack Ryder after he and Benjamin hit a modified Doomsday device powerbomb combo. Ryder refused to join Mojo Rawley in a respectful handshake after. So we're seeing, in a way, I hope, the breakup of the Hype Bros, and I guess a feud between Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, which again I'll be open to as well, but again I doubt they'll actually do that because again it's WWE fucking logic. Also during the show we had a backstage interview with Rusev where he talked about he went back to Bulgaria after the SummerSlam and he expected that his family and friends would welcome him with open arms like a hero's welcome, but instead they looked at him like a loser, a failure, and that it motivated him now to come back even better, even stronger, and apparently take out a legend. We'll see where this goes, okay? And then we had the big moment here, Kevin Owens and Mr. McMahon. And overall, literally Vince McMahon going in on Kevin Owens, talking about, oh, if you're a real man, you would have fought back against Shane, not do this whole lawsuit. If you go through this lawsuit, understand this, I will make you go bankrupt. I've never lost in the courtroom before. And just literally going back and forth with Kevin Owens here on the mic. Let this sink in, okay? We saw Kevin Steen and Vince McMahon in the fucking ring at the same time. Who the fuck would have thought that would ever happen? Kevin Owens signed with WWE back in 2014, right? Ever since that moment, did you ever think for 1 minute that we will ever see in the ring Vince McMahon and Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen, depending how the fuck you still want to call him? I thought overall the segment was great. At the end of it all, right, they announced that at Hell in a Cell, it will be Shane McMahon, who's reinstated by the way, to go up against Kevin Owens inside Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens asked Vince, okay, but I want you to promise me one thing. You cannot sue me if I literally beat the fuck out of your son, and I can literally attack any McMahon if provoked. And Vince agrees to this shit, right? And they shake hands. And then out of nowhere, Kevin Owens does a headbutt that literally split Vince open as Vince was going down to the canvas. And then literally Kevin Owens is ambushing and beating the fuck out of Vince McMahon. Keep this in mind, Vince is like almost 71 years old. So the whole image of that, right? The fact that Vince bled, it shows you a lot that the guy still fucking cares. Overall, let's keep it 100, okay? Kevin Owens did to Vince McMahon what the entire IWC would love to do to Vince McMahon themselves. Then he got up on the top rope, he did a frog splash on Vince McMahon. You had the commentary team literally losing their shit here, losing their fucking mind about what's happening here. And then you see Kevin Owens leaving, and then Stephanie McMahon walks up to Kevin Owens with like whole upset look and then went to check on her father. I like that because again, it shows you that holy crap, this is fucking real here for a minute here. Holy crap, no one saw this coming. If anything you remember this show for is Kevin Owens taking out Vince McMahon. So we got a match at Hell in a Cell. We have Shane O'Mac versus Kevin Owens. So now when Shane comes back, you know for a fact that Shane is gonna want to beat the living fuck out of Kevin Owens now. Not only do we have a match, but we have a fucking fight. I'm all for it. Give me your thoughts down below, guys. Your thoughts on SmackDown Live tonight. If you enjoyed it or not, follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure you like all my videos. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, it's your boy Heel, and it's wrestling